I hope I've done this right. It says it's recorded. So hopefully that is working. And we're back. We're back from supper. We're back for some more Chroma Technology 2. We have about 3 or so hours left in our stream for today, folks. We have been raising money for Extra Life, for Game Day, helping sick kids and their families all across the province, supporting the IWK Foundation here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We have some very amazing camp heroes. JC, Kadiana, Protox, thank you very much for your donations, all for a good cause today. You can learn more by going to the link in the description below and hitting the Extra Life command in the Twitch chat. Okay, so we have got our 2 void miners up and running. We got some Pneumaticraft up and running. Completely unscheduled and unplanned. What even is that? How much plastic have we got now, folks? Wow, only 8. Okay. Oh, we've still got... Okay. It's just a real slow process. Oh, no, we backed up. Oh, we backed up because we don't have enough pressure to keep up with the conversion. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I do this. See if we can't get a little bit more up and running. Okay, everyone's on 2 upgrades now. What did I miss while I was gone? Oh. Hello, Akumidori. Yeah, so you can definitely facade XNet. Okay. So, yeah, so this is done. We'll just have to keep going on this. I guess that's just gonna... Maybe I should tickle this for a little bit. Just to keep it running. Because if we can get more speed upgrades, then we can actually get more happening, right? Oh, we've gone too far, Captain! But hopefully that'll give us enough pressure to process this backlog, right? And get up our temperature, because the temperature's dropped as well. I think this will very quickly clear this backlog. Well, I mean, not very quickly, but relatively quickly. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get some more. Oh, okay. I'm out of sugar and lapis. Okay. Good to go. Turn this back on. I guess I'll put these ones in here. Okay, that barely made a dent. And that pressure is going down. Okay. I want to get this to the point where it's self-sufficient, but at the same time, I think it's still going to require a fair amount of time. I guess it is going down slowly. The backlog's gone. Can I put speed upgrades in these? Dispenser, security, and volume. No. Okay. The important part is things don't blow up. We don't want things to blow up. Oh, I guess it's got to get rid of the kerosene before it can start processing the gasoline, because the kerosene's getting pulled out and filling up the gasoline. But I need the diesel to make the lubricant. Can't win. I can't win. Okay. I'll just let that run. We'll catch up with that later. Okay. So, what are we going to do for the last session, folks? We've done some tech. We've got to do some waiting. I feel like doing some building. Did we get any of this lawns? Yeah, we did. This is what we were after. Let's put this in the wall, just so that it's got a home. I feel like doing some building. So I think what I want to work on is start on the Colosseum. So there is, well, I don't know if it's going to be a Colosseum. It's definitely going to be some form of arena. Hello? Hello? Click. Thank you. Nope. Click. Goodbye. At spawn, let's put some things away. At spawn, I set up at the very side of the server a spot where I could set up an arena for some of the quests. Specifically, this challenge quest, Mob Slayer. Kill 100,000 mobs. And take 1,000,000 points of damage. I also expected to help with the Berserker, but I mean, 500,000 damage points, actually not that hard to do. Most of us, I think, have already done that. But the taking 1,000,000 points of damage and killing 100,000 mobs, that's actually really hard to do. I mean, you could sit in front of a spawner, and that would be possible. But is it fun? Probably not so much. So what I wanted to do was set up a spot where we could do that with a little bit more fun. I need to do these bridges better. These bridges were always temporary. In fact, these roads were always temporary. I need to make them look a little more weathered and, like, I don't know, some fences and some stuff to make it feel a little bit more alive. Anyway, right here, the arena, coming in the future. How about the future is now? So it's not like super big. I didn't see any point in making it like huge, right? But this is a 3x3x3 chunk. Oops, that's not the button I wanted to press. I want to press that button. It's a 3x3x3 chunk. So I think that gives us plenty of options for a setup. And what I kind of want to do is I want it to have probably 2 modes. One for gathering XP and one for fighting mobs. Maybe even 3 modes. One where it also heals you. Or maybe we just build the healing into it. No, we build the healing into it. But it could still be turned off if you wanted to. I have ideas. Ooh, here's a new shop. One key for 1 nitro block. Where do I have to go around the back? Ooh. Grave Master's keys. I see how it is. Yes, products, you can. There's a facade block. This block, facade. And then you just click it, like you click it onto a block to copy what it is, and then you just place it on the cables, and it becomes fully, like it looks exactly like the thing, like whatever you've clicked it on. I believe it also works for transparent, but it won't work for connected textures, right? So like all of these, to see, these are all facades. Because otherwise you would be able to see through underneath, and that would look ugly. But it's pretty good. I like it. You can still access the thingies, and I think if I'm holding a Ethernet cable in my hand, then I can see. Yeah, I can see. Well, I can see the pipes that are facaded, right? But yeah, it's very convenient, especially because like you can also just change the facade, like just you want a different one, shift click on another block, right? And you can do like a stack at a time and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And not too expensive to make either, because I think you get like 16 from a stack. No worries. Itchy ears. Itchy ears, folks. That's it. It's a very important question though, folks. You need, that's one of the things that Pipes is missing at the moment, is any form of facading. Because you want to be able to, quite often you need cables to run in ways that maybe are not the most appealing visually, so you know you want to be able to change things up. But yeah, so let's build the arena. Let's do this. What I'm thinking. Okay, so the idea is we're gonna have probably 3 spawning rooms underground that are then going to transport the mobs up to the surface for you to fight. And be that with a crazy sword, or with your bow and arrow, or splash potions, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But what I was thinking was, if we use the mob grinding utils dark glass, that's blast proof, and it could be really interesting to be able to see the mobs spawning below. It may also be like super dumb, but I thought that could be interesting. So what I want to do, let's work out. So this is 3 chunks. I need, where's my circle? Where's my circles? I need to work out Circle generator. I need to work out how big this circle needs to be. I'm thinking... So it's 3 chunks by 3 chunks. So what's that? That's 16, 32, 48 by 48. So I don't think it needs to be that big. So maybe if we go like... well, maybe we go 33 by 33. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room on the sides to do some interesting stuff. 33. So that'll give me 15 blocks. That's actually a lot of blocks. It's not so many. Not when you bring it down. Because that'll... Yeah, no, let's do that. Because that's only 7 blocks on each side. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So this is our... I'm going to guess that this is our center point. This is my guess. Did I don't know. It's not even close to my center point. Let's make this our center point here. And let's do some roughing out first. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How do I get? How far out do I need to go? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 14, 16. Right? That feels a bit small. That feels very small. Did I math that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess I did math that right. Oops, that's not right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because you can't do them centered. But that's centered on the road. That was the important part. Maybe I want to go out another 2, 4 on each side. I'm very aware of needing to terraform as well. Okay, so we're going to go another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Nope. $20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. We're doing a 41 by 41. Which doesn't give me a lot of room on the outside. Oh, that feels too small. Because that gives me like no room on this side. I guess it doesn't have to be inside the chunk. Yeah, that's fine. We're fine. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of the border. The chunk, this was just for me to claim this area. Chunks are not that important. Oh, let's not vein mine this, because this will vein mine the road. That'd be awkward. Okay, you. And you. Okay. So then, I'm going to go this way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. Kind of like the idea. So do we want to walk up into the arena, or do we want to step down into the arena, or do we want to walk in flat to the arena? Kind of like the idea of walking up into the arena, honestly. In fact, let's do this. I'm gonna bring this right back. Yeah. I have ideas. This just completely changed what I was gonna build. Actually, is that gonna work? I guess we'll find out. So let us bring... Where are we Y level at? We're at Y73. 67 here. So if we bring... We bring the arena up to Y80. That's quite high. I think I'm okay with that though. Do Coliseum style and walk upstairs to walk down. Walk upstairs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think like you'll like the spectators will kind of walk up, like spiral around the outside and then walk down to like the stadium seating. So yeah, so I think maybe if this is the top, if we aim the top, is it like Y80? I don't want it to be like too big, but I also want it to feel like it's meant to have some presence, right? Let's see, is that too tall? Building's always challenging, especially on stream, folks. Don't worry, it's not going to be made out of stone, because we've done enough stone here. That feels like an okay height, actually. Because it doesn't tower outside of the terrain, right? Because, like, imagine that's the height of the circle. Yeah, I'm okay with that height. And then if you enter here, you'll go up some steps, and then you can come back down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. What am I going to build this out of? What am I going to build this out of? I have not thought this part through. I want it to be not magical per se, but something with a little bit of whimsy maybe, right? Like there's something, because like the mobs constantly spawn and it's the middle of town, right? So like it's got to be, there's definitely a story here, right? Like maybe there's a demon gate under the city, right? And the champions of the town guard the immunity. Kariana, I don't know whose stream that was intended for, but it fits perfectly for mine, so hopefully it was for this, and that was hilarious. But yeah, like imagine there's like a demon gate, and the Colosseum's built over the demon gate, where the townsfolk send their mightiest warriors to slay the hordes when they invade, kind of thing, right? But at the same time, like the townsfolk all sit here and cheer. So yeah, it needs to have a presence like that is what I'm thinking. The Rat Mafia has no... I'm sure the Rat Mafia has no knowledge of any demon activity. However, I'm sure the Rat Mafia knows about the betting that goes on over the demon activity. Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, GG, JC. Yeah. I'm thinking... the lines will be set on. Okay. So let's work out this circle. Let's work out this circle. Let's do. Okay, I'm gonna do this in stone bricks now, just because this is what I've got handy. Actually, let's make sure it's not stone bricks, so that I can vein mine things and can replace things. Let's do it with just stone. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of counting with district. Apologies. Necessary evil. 2, 3. I am using... This is my my favorite circle generator that I use in for Minecraft. I mean, it's not specifically for Minecraft, but it's just, I mean, no, it is specifically for Minecraft. It's an excellent circle generator. I highly recommend. Okay, so 3, 2, 2, 1. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on an angle. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on an angle. Yep. Correct, Naga. Why use a builder when I could do it manually? It's all good. I always forget about builders. I'm sorry. It's just big. I forget that builders actually build. I've only ever used builders to break things down. Oh dear. Oh, that wasn't district. That pillar was just a pillar for the sake of pillaring. This was the point. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. It's fine. It's fine. Be gone, unnecessary pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. See? I got it right the first time. Don't know what you're talking about. So this is the inner circle, right? Just break out these interior blocks for a second. So if that's the inner circle for the actual arena, so then the seating's going to come out further. Yeah. Okay, I need to think about... So if we do... Because you want to be able to see inside. So maybe the floor of the arenas... Would floor it? Why? Maybe we'll go 72 for the floor of the arena. So it's only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Yeah, that feels okay. Really need to get rid of multi-jump on my boots. That's a thing I've been meaning to do for a while. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh. 1, 1, 1. 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, very easy to count. I feel like this is going to be a good size. This feels like it's going to get a little bit close to JC's build here. In fairness, I didn't really claim much area outside of the 3 chunks. But I figure if we go about here-ish, we're not going to be too close. It'll be fine. And I'm not... Oh, how far across does Potox's underground stuff come? Hang on. I don't want to... We're probably far enough away. Nah, we'll be far enough. We definitely didn't come across that far. I want to keep as much as possible within this 3x3. It'll be fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 2. 2. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1, 2. 2. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. I can count. Yay for me. Tidy up this inner ring. Okay, I just had an idea. Ooh, I'm these ideas is flowing. Because now that I've put lore behind this arena, I get to build a demon gate. Okay. So then if we're gonna make this the floor level, right? Yeah. Okay, let's grab some building gadgets. In fact, let's just grab Infinity Wand. Oh, I forgot that I put the vertical there, and that has gone and not made it go all the way around. Rip. Let's do this real quick. Let's pull this out first. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Now this should go all the way around. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Didn't realize that the thingies was up. Oh, I should really go check my reactor. That's been running all day. Okay. And then... okay, that will get me started. That has a good feel to it, size-wise. Like if you're fighting mobs and you're here, you can still shoot them, you can outrun them. If they've got bows, that's fine. In terms of like what mobs to fight, I feel like it should be kind of limited just for our own sanity. Like I'm thinking like just zombie skeletons and maybe wither skeletons I think could be interesting. Something that's a little bit more chunky but not like terrible completely. I don't want creepers. Although if I use some form of blast-proof internal walls, that's probably okay. Okay, so let's just check if that's the... So we make that the top, right? I don't think we want to go taller than that. So when the people come in, if that's the roof... Oh, maybe that's not... Maybe then I need to change this. Because if that's the roof, we don't want it to be taller than that, right? Let me stand all the way back here. That's not very impressive from back here. That's for sure. But I guess it doesn't need to be. I'm actually okay if it goes higher than that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, if this is the wall, let's say this, so this is the floor of this level. This is the one thing, like, if we'll put fences here or something, so it's easier to see through, or glass or something. And then... then the stair, then if this is like tiered seating, right? It's gonna come up from here a few levels. Probably not heaps of levels. Like maybe 4's enough. Maybe 6. Is that too high? I mean, not that anyone's gonna sit all the way back there. I mean, not that anyone's gonna sit and watch. But you know. World building. And then... actually, this would probably be down one. As the exterior, and then you'd have the wall here. Right? You got a walkway at the back, which is where you come up to, the main walkway. The stairs are bringing up to this. And then you'd have multiple tiers of seats with a walkway around the center. I feel this works. And that wall's probably probably 2 blocks deep. Means I can put some depth into it. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a little close to JC's build there. Let's go have a look. That feels a bit better size-wise from a distance. And then it's going to be more imposing as you get closer. Yeah, I'm on board, I'm on board. Okay, so how big is this circle? So if this is 41, this is going to come out... That's 41. There. 41. So yeah, 40, 42, 46, 48, 50, 52, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64. Hang on. 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, so 65? That's a big circle, folks. Holy moly. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So that's 1. We're going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we're going to be far enough away from these that we're not going to do any damage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Does he have any windows on the back? He does have windows on the back. I mean, that's okay. It'll be fine. I'll make it look pretty. I'll make it look pretty. And then how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on an angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That feels... Oh no, that's totally legit. Okay. Who would have thunk we'd be building circles, folks? I want to get some of this basic shape in place, and then we'll start working on something a little bit more interesting than counting circles. Okay, so then I need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and center. Right, that's center. Sure is center. Okay. Carbuncle. Oh, no. One, 2, 3, and then that's gonna go up 1. Oh no, that's comes in 2. That's the exterior. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that feels right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. This is going to be quite the structure. Ooh, sure is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, I almost messed that up. Almost, but not quite. Whoop. And this one comes out. 1, 2. Hang on. Did I mess that up? I did mess that up. Yeah! 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did, because 5 starts there. I have so much hate. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. That's what we're after. Oh yeah, that's gonna look real nice. This will look cool. Two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you start to count, your brain starts to stop working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We're almost done with the counting, folks. At least circle counting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trees, you got to go. I'm sorry. I'd say we'd replant, but you know, Demon Hellgate. We got to protect the citizens. Tree. Tree, not despawning. Tree. Oh, there's a tree there. That's why tree's not despawning. Okay. What was that? What were those bells? Am I on a ley line? I may be on a ley line. 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. I must be on a ley line. It explains the demon issues. Exactly. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's so creepy that there is a ley line right there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is going to be this line. Why does that not look centered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh, district. District, what have you done? 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds right. This is the center. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't do 2 lots of 2. That's the problem. 5. Yeah, I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is so incredibly creepy that there's a ley line right there. But also very on point. I approve. Don't spill it. Ooh, JC's working on etching acid. Etching acid. Right? Yeah. We will definitely need to go back and continue. Pneumaticraft. It's a new mechanic for doing those as well. There's now etching tanks and stuff. Very interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and then my 2 deep wall. Okay, yep. Didn't mess that up entirely. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, that's 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There is our external ring on the arena. So this is where the people sit. Look down into the arena below. And then where do we establish? We're going to go at 72. Then we have floor. No, down 2 more. So this is going to be steering level. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you're all the way on the other side, then the people at the top of that side would... Yeah, totally. That works. Okay. So, what I want to do... Let's get a little bit of a platform happening here. Again, I will need to work out some blocks to work with, I think. It's not going to do anything weird if I just bring that across. It seems to be playing nice. I kind of like the idea of... Okay, so first thing I was gonna do. Ooh. Did I whoops that? I did whoops that. Shift, control, right click. That's great. Shift control right click, folks. On these, what are these? These are construction core. Construction ones. There's some very, very tall sugarcane over there, folks. Okay. So, my original plan for this, let's get rid of some of this junk in our inventory. Do you have access to my wireless from here? Because I've got a quantum gate set up at the tower and the range. The range should be close enough. So my original idea was like you would come up and you'd probably come up some stairs here-ish. Right, so like Colosseum style. Oops. Ooh, another level up on my pickaxe, folks. I do like that with the silent gear, constantly leveling up my tools. However, some of my tools are a little hard to use now, just saying. Just because they break things so quickly. So something like that, so you come up the stairs into the arena. And then I was going to have, from each side, like a bubble vader where the mobs get pushed out of. Right? So they get spawned in from the sides. Because that should be close enough that they'll pathfind to you if you're anywhere near the middle, right? Oh, we haven't made this too big, have we? No, it should be fine. Because they'll also be pushing each other past. Because we're going to set up apotheosis spawners underneath so that they'll constantly spawn mobs while you're here. You'll have to flick a lever or something to turn it on, right? But they'll constantly spawn mobs, and we'll have them set to spawn like max radius and all that jazz. Drop them into water and flow them up and in. That was kind of the plan. I don't think we've got any like you know, there's teleportation gate things like we have had in Draconic Evolution. You know, where you could like drop mobs into a gate, into like a portal, and then they would teleport to that spot kind of thing. I don't think we have anything like that. And I kind of like the idea that they're spilling out, right? They're being pushed out of the kind of tunnel, right? So there'd be like a tunnel here, and it would kind of bring them up a bubble chute and kind of push them through. Right? This is kind of my... Like they'll come up a bubble chute here, and then they'll be pushed in. That's kind of the idea. However, if we're going to say there's a demon gate kind of in the middle, right? Maybe that doesn't necessarily make sense. Unless maybe you can... Well, maybe back to what I was saying about having glass, right? So, like, you can see what's happening underneath. And we could have all the mobs spawning. I wonder if... I wonder if I can only do bubble vaders with water. Like, I wonder if, like, life essence and stuff would do a bubble vader. That's an interesting question. I don't think it would, right? That probably wouldn't. No, that would be silly. That'd be cool, but it would be silly. I think this works. I think this works, because then you can say, like... we can have like a spawning pool here, a spawning pool there, and a spawning pool there. And they all get pushed up. And then you'll have like the main gate in the middle. And then we'll have that like look like a nether portal type thing, right? Going down to like, yeah. Okay. Yep, I got ideas. Okay, so what we need to do really is like just do a lot of digging. Because what's the range? So apotheosis what's the max range? Raise the spawner range to 32. So it'll be within 32 blocks. Now, is that the one that's disabled? Because I know some of them are disabled in this mod pack. I don't know which ones are. No, that one is still active. Okay. Player range 16. Oh, okay, so it's 16 radius rather than an 8 block radius. No, but isn't that normal? Isn't 16 normal? Yeah, 16 is normal, so 32. Okay, yeah, this is cool. So then if I get them up to 32, anyone in here. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's work out where these are going to come up. So I think, okay, so if I want to have, I do want it to come back a few blocks. So if this is the wall at that level, let's go 1, 2, let's go 3. Oh, that is 1, 2, 3. No, that's fine. Actually, let's do that. That actually works pretty well. We go 1, 2, 3. And then let's go down to... Oops, that is not my shovel, folks. We go down to Y60. At the center. Sure is the center. So we go down to Y60. How far out is that? There, okay. And if we spawn mobs at this level, that'll be close enough. So we'll spawn it above that. That'll be the water level. Ooh, actually, that's a big area. That's a big area. What's the... How big's our max spawn range? Should it be? Increase. Oh, no, that's the spawn range. Oh, no, this is the one I was interested in. Increase player range. So up to 50 blocks. Okay. Ignore spawn condition. Ignores... Yeah, those are the disabled ones. Okay, so all the other ones are active. Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay, so we want... Yeah, so 50 blocks is fine. Anywhere inside the arena, the spawners will be going. So normally... Oh, I wonder if this is a... So normal spawn range is 5. That makes sense, right? Oh, no, normal spawn range is 4. And adding 1 makes it 5. with max is 16. So I'm guessing that's a 16 radius, because a 4-block radius makes sense for a normal spawn. So let's work out where, if that's the middle, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So then I want to leave room for the demon gate. The things we say on the internet, folks. Leaving room for the demon gate. Two, 4. Two, 4. We make the demon gate there. Then I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so we probably want, and this then, hang on, this then goes out, right? Because it goes to here. Yeah, okay, so let's go 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's put spawners here at this point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is where our spawner goes at this level. At this center point. And I want to do this into water. So I guess it's okay if it goes down a few more. Yeah, okay. So let's bring spawn mobs at 64. The spawner goes there, and all of this around it is going to go. This hellgate will be lower. Trying to get an idea of sizing here. So we go 2, 4, 6. Oh, too deep. Oh no. Perfect. Two, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So is this one going to clash then? 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so then this will come out. That'll be spawner. 2, 4, 6, 8 to there. Okay, so these are gonna overlap if we do it that big. Which, that should be okay. We just need to get creative with our water flow, right? So it splits them. That should be okay. Yeah. Okay, let's dig out some area. This is gonna go. I think the 8 is gonna be wall, right? I think that'll be the boundary. Everything inside of that will go. Down to, what are we going? Down to Y60. I like to get proof of concept up and running here, right? Make sure this actually works before I go and spend all this time digging and stuff. So then this will be here along this wall, right? Yeah. And that'll go all the way up to the wall. Although it may actually go under the wall, I think. Just so that we can... that should be okay. I'm just trying to think of, like, water flows and how that's going to work. But it should be okay. Do this so I can do that. I wonder if that's gonna... How high up are the mobs gonna spawn? The mobs shouldn't spawn high up, should they? No, this should be fine. Okay, this is gonna get sealed off. Let's fill this in for right now. Demon Gate's future problem. And then same... This will come... This will square off on this side. And we will boink down to there. I do love how crazy my tools are. I'm just saying. Okay, so that is our spawn point. Let's just do some really basic setup here. Let's clear off some of this. And this one here. Grab ourselves a building edge. Hey, Shifter. How's your day going? I'm building battle arenas. What even is going on? Don't even know. Don't even know. Building gadget? Building gadget. Building gadget. Where's my building gadget? Oh, it's right there. I am working on the arena at spawn. I'm setting it up to do the, oops, this one, the Mob Slayer quest. Kill 100,000 mobs. So what I'm doing is setting up so that the mobs will spawn under the arena with using Apotheosis, and then we'll use like good old-fashioned water traveling to push them out into the arena, so that you can just fight mobs for as long as you need while not having to worry. But the idea is you're going to be able to see what's happening underneath. This is probably going to be some form of pit in the middle or something. And it's going to be like a demon spawn gate is kind of the idea I'm going for. And the arena is set up by the villagers to send the greatest warriors of the town to defend them, right? As they spew out of the Hellgate. You know, very Doom-esque. So what I'm trying to do at the moment is work out how this is going to work. So let's do this with pigs. Because, you know, we all love pigs. I only need one spawner for now. Let's be smart and put a comparator on that just so that I can turn it off so I don't have 3 million pigs. Yoink. And we'll grab a lever, which I can now craft. Okay, so let's get this worked out. So that block won't be there. Although actually that will be there because I want to put the wireless redstone underneath. So this probably does actually need to drop down a little bit lower so that the mobs going underneath it don't hit their heads, right? So we probably need to go down 2 here. That's what I'm thinking. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like that's a good number. Water sigil? Are you gonna spill down? You're gonna spill down, aren't you? You do spill down. I mean, I can make you not spill down. Also, if this is only 1 wide. No worries, Protox. You go get some supper, man. Must be getting close to supper time. XNet, I found, is a little bit buggy in this mod pack as well, especially if you're trying to do any logic stuff. Ooh, Taco Bell. Ooh, I could go to Taco Bell. I feel like when I finish up my stream tonight, I'm still going to order takeaway. Even though I've already eaten supper, I think I'm going to need a second supper. I think this needs to go down 1 more block. I think 2 blocks is not going to be enough when they're bobbing in the water. In bed with the wife. Oh, nice. Nice. That sounds like a plan too. I am all for it. Okay, so... yeah, logic. I feel logic channels are a bit broken. See you later, products. You have a good night. We'll catch you later. Okay, so let's do this. Ooh, pizza. That sounds good as well. That sounds good as well. Okay, so let's do... okay, let's grab some signs. Let's do this old... we're doing this old-fashioned, folks. I'm sure there are better ways to do this, and I don't care. Back in my day, this is how you built mob farms. No 2 ways about it. I'm just going to spawn in the mobs with a spawner, which make my life easier. And this is just the proof of concept. If this works, then I can kind of go from there, right? So, we are still going to have to build... we are still... this still has to come back 1. Because the water will just go over the top, right? So it does need to... does need to come back 1. Which I'm okay with. That's okay, that'll work. So if we go like so. It's gonna stop there. I'm gonna need to pop this back. Oh man, I move quickly in the water, folks. Woo! she's spicy. I don't honestly know how I'm gonna do that side. So maybe what I want to do is actually fill in some of this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I want to do this. We go... Don't want to dig that any further that way. So let's put this side in first. And then this one's going to have to dig out as well, right? Because that's going to fall short one. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We've definitely got the wiggle room. We can do that there. Okay, and then we go... Oh, that's not what I wanted. So we don't want that happening there. Getting energy into a matter condenser. You pump items into it. I want this water to flow... I don't want it to flow that way. Water physics in Minecraft. I think because I don't have a perfectly square, this is not going to work the way I want it to, right? So maybe... what we do is that instead. Let's try this. Because this is the problem here is this is the border, right? And if I want to have the Hellgate in the middle, and I don't think I can put, maybe I can put a water source there. I mean, that almost works. Maybe this one? And then I put one here. I mean, other than the two dead spots, there and there. Okay, I'm gonna, hang on. So then we want piggies to come along here. Maybe a sign. Sign. And sign. And then here, soul sand. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I do this on off stream normally. Okay, and then I think we want a sign there. Right. And then oh no, that's flowing the wrong direction. It's flowing the wrong direction. That needs to be a source block there as well. Okay. Bear with me for a second. Proof of concept. We're still proofing. So we would need a sign there. And a sign there. And water there. I think. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. I don't know what I'm doing. Pretty sure if I put water there, that'll flow. It'll stop there. That's what I want. And then down here. Oops, I need to. Okay. Okay. You. Bubbles? Okay. So now if I fall into this water stream, I should go on a happy little fun ride. Guess I could fill in. Sure, glowstone was not what I was after. Oh, I move hella slow. Oh no, I did not want to do that. That is why that was like that. That's fine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Granted, there'll be a lot more mobs, so they'll be jostling each other around a lot. And then we fall in here. And then we get sucked down here. Now, does packed ice affect mob travel as well? I know it affects item travel. Like, if I put packed ice underneath here, will they move faster? Again, there'll be lots of mobs in the trench, so they'll all be pushing each other along. I don't think it'll be a problem. And it's neat. Excuse me. Oh, I stopped. Oh dear, we found a stagnant point. Okay. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? Well, I guess maybe, again, they'll push each other through. Let's grab packed ice. I want to try this. See if it affects me at least. Because even the packed ice might be enough just to push people along. If they're moving. No, I do stop there. Okay. I move so very quickly in water, folks. My goodness. Again, I don't know if that affects mobs. Okay, so how do... I mean, that does what it's meant to do. And then the mobs will back up against each other and push each other out into there. That was perfect. But just that little bit where they're getting stuck at the bottom. So this is me not fully getting my water physics in the new water updates. So that needs to be a full source block for the bubble vader to work, right? But that's flowing back this way. So what I maybe need is a sign there. Or maybe I just do that, right? And they... Because anything... Don't put signs in the last block of the path. But then how do I stop the bubble vader water from coming back out again? Because I want them to push into here. Again, I think there'll be enough mobs that they'll push themselves. Oh, I could totally vector plate. Why the hell am I wasting my time with water when I have vector plates? Put one up below and put one... Hang on. Don't put signs in the last block of the path. JC! JC, what are you doing raiding me? How does that work? Thank you for the raid, my friend. How was your stream? I saw you achieved a whole lot of things. Hey, Shelfic. Welcome, everybody. I'm derping with water physics, folks. Naga's trying to teach me how to do this properly. Put... Okay, hang on. Let me scroll back up. Scroll. Chat pause due to scroll. Don't put signs in the last block of the path, and put one below on the 2 blocks back, and one on top 3 blocks back. One. So don't put... Okay. I need some more signs. The one below 2 blocks back. There. Oh. And then one above 3 blocks back. There. And don't put it here. And I just need to rejig this. Oh, I feel I did that wrong. Oh, waterlogged. Waterlogging's a thing now. What? Go away, waterlog. Water on top of sign so it flows itself. Also remove the top sign. One block before. So remove that one as well. This middle one or this one up here. Middle one. Okay. Get rid of that. And put water up there. What are you saying? Hey, there you go. That caught me. Oh, it started raiding. Okay. I've totally derped this. Agreed. Vector plates probably are a lot simpler. But you know, I was trying to do it old school. Was it needs to be made in proper order or because so vector plates, yeah. Yeah. Maybe vector plates. Again, there'll be mobs pushing. I slow down, but I'm still moving. No, I stop. Yeah, vector plates. Okay, cool. Let's forget about water down here. It was cute. It was a nice idea. I'm okay with admitting defeat, folks. You know, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I just like to have fun. And it's okay derping the things up. It's okay derping the things up, folks. Just saying. This is why I don't do this stuff on stream. Because I'm bad at it. Okay. Let's grab some vector plates. Look, I've even got like a bajillion of them. Okay. Let's break that. And place that there. Yeah. Oh, no worries. What is for supper, JC? I think that's the most important question. Okay. I'm okay with mobs being like that, and then they'll fall into the water, right? They'll fall onto the vector plates, and then get scooted off. Why am I not falling? Okay. I think that works. Okay, so let's test this by turning on the pigs. And see if we get pigs everywhere. I want to see this with actual mobs. It's going to be a terrible idea. Fast way of dumping items into it. Katiana, I'm just using upgraded pipes. Like using the netherite upgrade in a pipe, and I'm transferring water. And that seems to go pretty fast. Unlike this pig spawner, what is taking so long? Let's put some sugar in it. Yeah, I'm just using water. Excuse me. But you can use items too. Is this too bright in here? I have... Oh. Does Megatorch affect spawning of spawners? Use trapdoors on the water hole. Does signs not work anymore? I think. Oh, they used to do that with signs. Does that not work anymore? Okay, I'll swap it out. Trapdoors. Trapdoors I can do. Back in my day. Oh, I'm gonna get... Yep. Hey, at least I know that bit works. Do I have any of these on craft? I don't, really. Trapdoor. Yeah, Katiana, this is my one set up here. I'm just pumping water directly into them. And they're doing their thing. Oops. Dang it. Ah. Typing's getting difficult, folks. Typing's getting difficult. Render. Water source block 7 away from the valley so the water does not fall there. Yeah, I can't bring it back this way any further because of the what's going to be in this middle bit. No, not with a spawner. Oh, really? Do I need to have grass? Hang on. I didn't think I needed grass for passive mobs to spawn. I thought they just spawn in the air like normal. Maybe they do. I don't know. I thought with a spawner they'd be fine, right? Oh, but need darkness? I, again, thought because they're pigs, they wouldn't need darkness. Just not having any luck here, folks. I might actually just make this one less. That might just solve my problems here. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's fair. I don't think we have light. I'm pretty sure we're in darkness. I just have night vision on. But let's experiment. Let's experiment. Oh yeah, we're in darkness. We're lots of darkness. So I'm gonna get rid of this mega torch and see if then they spawn. Because I thought they would spawn without things, but maybe not. I didn't think so, but these pigs are not spawning. Unless they're not spawning because it's pigs. Right? Maybe if I grab a zomble. I've got zombles. Oh, I can give zombie brutes in this. Sweet. There you go. Made it zombies and they spawn straight away. Maybe it was just having issues with the pigs. Use plates for everything. Okay, okay. There's Zomble. Okay, so if I put this mega torch back, just so that, yeah, they still spawn. Okay, cool. Fine, I'll get rid of the water. I was trying to be like creative and stuff. Apparently, being too creative, not very cool. I just placed a spawner and left it as the pig that it was. I didn't add a pig egg. I thought they reset to pigs. Or is that busted because of the way they changed apotheosis? Oh yeah, this isn't going to run all the time. This is only going to run when someone's here fighting mobs, right? The idea was that it's here for when people want to do the quest. It's definitely not running all the time. That would be a disaster. Okay, so then... I'm worried this is going to be too fast. I might have to make the slower ones to put near the edge. Won't they still push against the edge? I guess they probably don't get a say in the matter, do they? Yeah, see, he's pushing. Or is he now standing on the trapdoor? Standing on the trapdoor. Yep, never mind. I'll get this right eventually, folks. Let's make more vector plates. Do I have them on craft? I don't. So for the sake of our experiments, okay, so that's enough for this. So then let's grab just some stuff to make this go crazy. I don't have clocks on autocraft. Interesting. Oh, they're not going to attack me because I have all the things. If I take off my boots, do they see me? They don't. Oh, they do. Yeah, they see me. And if I hit one of them, they're all going to come for me, right? Oh, man. The server is struggling. This is not that many zombies. Are you guys gonna keep coming? I'm gonna need to put a vector plate there as well, aren't I? Okay, we're also gonna have to do something about all the drops. So, when they come out of here, go onto a vector plate. Cannot stand there anymore. He's got a loot bag. Okay, so then if I chuck one more vector plate on the end there. You're, get out of my way. How did he not die? How much health does this zombie have? Oh my goodness. Zombie had health. Okay. I don't think that was a brute. I think that was just a dude with a backpack. I need clocks. Can we... Is someone able to sleep to get rid of the rain? I can't sleep. It doesn't let me sleep. Pretty please. Oh my goodness, my inventory. Look at all this junk. Junkles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Clocks. Oh. I already had clocks. Probably already had clocks. Sure did already have clocks. That's fine. Okay. Let's make this spawn faster. I just want to see if I can get the kind of effect I was after. That's a lot of clocks. How many clocks are you going to take, my friend? That many. Now, interestingly, it's not spawning anymore. Is it because it's too bright? Let's make it dark. It's too bright. Okay. Put my boots back on. Oh, they're gonna toast up in the sun. I mean... Okay, I'm quickly realizing this is a cool concept, but it's gonna absolutely blow chunks in practice, right? Because, like, look at them all just milling around, despite that they're constantly spawning. I guess if I punch one, though, then it's on like Donkey Kong. Though not nearly as many as I expected. Yeah, those enchanted guys, they got all the armors. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. So the theory's solid. The server TPS not so solid. Because this is just one set, right? And I wanted to have 3 sets of mobs being spawned. And that could be just a disaster. But we gotta kill 100,000 mobs for this challenge, so... It set me on fire. And we really gotta do something about... Oh man, that guy had 24 hearts. I'm trying to hit like a rat. Yeah. It's gotta be hostile though, right? Yeah, we'll have to set up some item collection. Because yeah, this has gotta go. This is gonna go ASAP. Because eating... I think the item collector will be able to keep up. We haven't tested if it needs to be hostile. That's a valid point, Kariana. I just want to see... This needs RF, doesn't it? I mean, not that that really worries me. We've got all the powers. No, it does not need RF. It just needs to face the right direction. I mean, it's not instant, but it's pretty fast, right? And we can very quickly then dump it into a trash can or something along those lines. So yeah, I think we can set up, because this is also quite a large area. So we could set up collectors around the outside, facing inwards to collect items. The only worry then is if people drop stuff, and something getting yeeted out of existence. Because that'd really suck, right? Sheet count. So is it just kills? Kill mobs. So that's an advancement. No, statistics, right? Mob kills. 9836. Does that match up with what I've got? Yeah, 9836. So passive mobs is still a mob. So then what if it is something like rats? But can we get rat eggs? I don't know if I've seen any rat eggs, though I haven't killed a lot of rats. I do have rat eggs. I don't necessarily want to do it vanilla way. I just wanted to do it in a fun way, right? I wanted to build a, I mean, if someone wants to AFK and do it, then sure. But I did want to make it something a little bit more interactive. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got a gold farm. Like, we could do that. Pretty sure I've still got that waystone. That waystone moved. I may not have that waystone. Gold. Oh, this is very much not active because I can walk in there. So what was my 9836? Oh, pigmen won't attack me. Yeah, I mean they can. No, I know. This is just the one that I had bookmarked. Yeah. I still want to build my Colosseum arena thing, but I don't think it's going to work the way I want it to work, right? So maybe rather than... Maybe, because the idea was that there'd be enough mobs coming in with the spawners that they'd they just constantly push each other into the arena. But they seem to either be working against the pathing goes against that, or just the fact that I'm basically invisible. They don't care enough about me to attack me. So it's probably not going to be like super efficient to do it this way. It's a neat idea, but it's not super great, right? Yeah, no. My boots are bananas. Plus, I've also got Shadow Walker, so like mobs basically ignore me. Period. Oh, I've got 2 extra points. Reduce cast time from magic items, prevent damage interruptions. I guess I was putting it into that one. I didn't know I was up to 13. Yeah. So I don't know if this is necessarily going to be as efficient as I thought it was going to be. Because I was thinking, like, if there are hundreds of mobs spawning, maybe not hundreds, but like, there are like 20 mobs spawning from each every cycle, you'd have up to 100 mobs in the arena at a time. And you could very easily run around killing them, depending on how you wanted to do it. So you would get through the 100,000 mobs relatively quickly. And I'm not saying like you'd sit here and do them all in one hit. I mean, if you wanted to, power to you. But it would be easy to sit here and take out like 10,000 mobs, right? While you're watching someone else's stream or watching some YouTube or something. But the way this performs, I don't think this is necessarily a good idea at all. And I don't know really if there's a way of doing it without it being ugly. Like, might as well just cram as many mobs as possible into... I wonder... No, because then you've got mob entity cramming issues, where if there are too many mobs in one spot, they will suffocate each other. Yeah. How do we go about this, folks? My plans are dashed! Because this is not nearly as performant. And this is why I was doing a proof of concept as well, right? Like, to actually see, would this work? Before I went and built the whole place. I mean, I think I could still build the Colosseum. It just may not be used for its intended purpose. It would just be a cool building. That, yeah. So we're thinking like a 300 style pit, maybe? The Hellgate in the middle? Oh, yeah, JC. Yeah, you're in control of that. You can go up to the maximum capacity of your fuel rods. So mine maxes out at 10. I think Shifters maxes out at 30. Yeah, Katagana's does just the one. It's based on how many fuel rods you have inside. Yeah, yours at 30. Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay. What are we going to do here, folks? Are we going to... Excuse me. Are we going to do this, or is this a lost cause? My brain's thinking. Let's come back to this. This feels like a lost cause. I need to think about this more. This is a good proof of concept. Like I said, I still like to build the building. But I think if the mechanics of the building are different... Like if I'm not building spawning things underneath, then the way I build this will be a bit different. Right? I guess I could even... I wonder if simplifying it, right, as well? Like, if they just spawn in a room that's right here, and then they shoot out, like, from a spot that's, like, 4 wide kind of thing. Oops, as I got water now flowing everywhere. Rip. Right, so if they're not being forced into a single block, if they're coming out from like 5 or 6 wide slot, and they're just being shot out on vector plates, maybe that might help with some of the weird grouping. It's still going to be pathing like hundreds of mobs trying to path to a player, and that's a terrible idea. Which I should have thought of before I had this idea of the Colosseum. To be fair, I had this idea before we started playing this mod pack, right? Like, when I was looking at the quest, I was like, how do we do that quest? Because that's one of those quests that are like, how do you kill 100,000 mobs? That's a grind. So yeah. But maybe that's not the way this happens. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that idea. I'm gonna leave this very partially finished structure here for the time being. I think it's still gonna have a life. I just think it's going to have a slightly adjusted life. But I need to think about this in more detail. If you have ideas on how we could do this in a less gross way, but still make it fun, right? I don't just want to AFK to finish a quest. I want to be part of the quest, right? Do shoot me a note in Discord. Or send me a video clip of how someone else did it or something. I don't know. Shoot me ideas, folks, because I'm a little bit stumped on a fun way of doing this quest without it just being AFK fest, right? Because I do want to make it... I like quests where I actually have to do something. I don't like just having it done for me. Okay. I did think about that one, but I think that's still going to be an impressive structure. I need to work out the block palette and work out how I'm going to do it. If nothing more, it can be somewhere we can fight each other with our Morgan swords. That won't last very long. I wonder if you could... No, because... No, you can't have that many hearts. That's not a... That's a number of hearts that you can't have. It is not a number of hearts you can have. Okay. Let's empty our inventory of all this junk. I quite like that. That's interesting how the perspective... Like, these two are in a line, right? But they're far enough away that it looks like that's directly in front of you. Well, almost directly in front of you. Huh. People to see... one... Yeah, die from one shot. Exactly. Those Morgan swords, man. Those Morgan swords. Let's see if we've got enough Erothium to start doing upgrades to our... I mean, we won't have enough Erothium, but like we can test it and see if we've got enough to start doing upgrades. Any stuff in this backpack? Oh, this backpack was full of loot! Ah! That's why he had so much health. That's neat. I approve, game. Oh, I don't approve that I don't have those rubies in the wall. Ah, interesting, interesting. Have I filled my rubies again? No. That means I've got rubies everywhere. I have. Oh, the sneezes. Okay. Unless for some reason they're not stacking. No, it's fine. Thorns. Osmium sword. I'm just going to go recycle that. Thank you, thank you. I assume I can... Can I recycle that? Yeah, I can arc furnace it. Okay. So let's see what we got in terms of... Put my night vision back on so people can see. At Enviro. Okay, we're at 52. Okay, so this is going to be a slow grind. What do we need to start crafting the next tier? So Rothium. So it uses 2 for each. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. So a Rothium interconnect. That's 2 and a 1. Rothium. 2 and oops. And a 1. Two and 3. So if I wanted to upgrade one of these, what's the damage? Let's leave that bookmark. Let's bookmark all these for now. I know we're miles away from tier 8, but I need to build the previous tier to make the next tier, right? That's how this works. Oh wow, 4 digital miners plus 2 laser core bases. Okay, yeah, we're a ways off that. We're a ways off that. Because even just the Erothium blocks. I need 6 of them. That's gonna use up all. Yeah, okay. We got some time before we get that one happening, folks. But I mean that'll be something that probably by next week I'll have a good enough supply. In fact, we may have upgraded a couple of times by next week, depending on how it goes. Oh. Okay, so we'll do this one and we'll do this one. Nether stars. Yeah, I've got plenty of nether stars. I've had my wither in a cage running for like months. So I've got plenty of nether stars. I am gonna get stuck on mica. Let me bookmark that so I do remember to do that. And then the sorry, erodium. I was calling it erothium. My bad. It's erodium. Okay. You go there. Okay. I need to use the washroom, folks. I'll be back in just a moment. Sorry about that, folks. He's back. Okay. Okay. So, thank you. Yeah, iridium crystals. Thank you. So, yeah, even just the 6 I need for this one. And then how many? We need 28 frame tier 2s. So let's look at what the 28 tier 2 frames are going to cost me. 28. So that's 53, 56, plus the 6 of these. So the 54. And then I'm gonna need IO frame tier 2. So I'm gonna guess that's another the input. With the right. Where's the iridium? Okay, so iridium's just ironing it. So that's another 2 for each. And that can at least transfer 8,000. So unless the whole thing uses 8,000. Okay, so we probably need to get up to about 120 or so iridium. Maybe 130 iridium before we'll be able to do that upgrade, I think. So we'll get there. We'll probably get there by tomorrow, actually. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. Get some of these upgraded. So weird how they're not painted fully. I feel it's a lighting glitch change, though. Actually, if I use torches... That's an idea. Because when I placed blocks, it updated the lighting and it changed the rendering. Nope. Nope. I mean, it was worth trying. Didn't do anything, but it was worth trying. Okay, never mind. Cool. Okay, so that plan is kaput. What should we work on for the last hour of the stream? We've hit 11 and a half hours, so we've got, like I said, 30, 40, maybe an hour. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, not gonna lie. It's been a lot. I've done a lot of talking today. And I'm very grateful for everyone who stuck out the day. Because my voice is not that soothing. Just saying. Okay, what quests do we still have to do? We have so many quests that we still need to do. Man, what did you miss? What did you miss, Foxy? I don't know. What did you miss? Oh, we were going to go to Ratlantis. Dang. I don't think I should start that now. I think that's a terrible idea, starting that now. I feel like I want to do that when I've got a little bit more energy. I mean, I've got a lot of crafting I can do. There is no denying I've got a lot of crafting I can do. Do we have dimensions? No. No, we don't. I left just as you finished the singular solar panel from ET. Oh. Finished, What did you miss? Oh, I just went and built stuff and failed. So I was working on, there's a quest here, the challenge quest, 100,000 mob kills. I started building the arena for that, and then I realized what I was going to build was going to be super laggy and not work at all on the server. So we have the shell of the arena built, and then my proof of concept for like how the mechanics were going to work I need to go back to the drawing board. I need to think about it more because it's just not going to be very friendly on the server. Just with that many mobs pathing and stuff, it gets real messy, right? So I have to work something out. And maybe it'll have to be passive mobs, so they're not pathing to the player or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that further. And we don't have enough Erodium to start working on the next tier of upgrade yet, so we're gonna have to wait for that. Oh, I should check my antimatter, how that's been going all day, because that's been running probably for the better part of like. It's not running. Should I turn it off? Hang on. Do I have no power? What's going on? I have all the power. Should I turn it off? I have all the power. Should I not run this all day? Yes. There's just no polonium? Question mark? Did my reactor explode? Double question mark? Oh, it's nighttime. Never mind. It's nighttime. I was legit worried for a second there. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Kenyatta. That was funny though. For a second there, I legitimately thought my reactor had blown up. There we go. Look at all the polonium. Just back stuffs. Do we have any antimatter? I have 179 millibuckets. So at this rate, it's going to take 10 days to make one. So around Christmas, maybe just before Christmas. No, it's gonna take way less than that. But to make the 4, it's gonna take a couple of weeks at the current rate. So if I wanted to make my reactor a little bit bigger, I could drastically increase the production rate, which is probably something I should do. Because I could double or triple. I could easily double or triple my production rate. In fact, let's do that. Okay, let's go shut down the reactor. Because making the extras for that shouldn't be too difficult. I don't think. Let's go look at it and work out what the extras are going to entail. Put away that. Grab that. Oh, that's not my sword. Or shovel, even. Okay. This is a noisy room. Sound effects down. Okay. Let's shut down the reactor. So, we realistically can go up. So if this goes to roof, that's a block that I can actually build with. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 8 times 5. So I can go up 40. Okay. So I think I can just do that, right? I don't think we need... I think we can just do that. There's no waste in here, so breaking this isn't going to cause problems. There is waste in that. That surprises me, actually. But that should be okay. If I break the multi-block, because they're not moving that. I think I'm gonna risk it, folks. Risk it for the biscuit. Okay. I didn't blow up. That's the important part. There's not particles all over the ground. That's the other important part. Okay, so let's take the roof off this. We'll move it directly up. I need to take off the control rod assemblies, but leave the fuel rods. Okay. So this is going there. There. Guess I don't really need glass on top, eh? So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4, 24, 32, 1, 2, 3, plus 9, and another 41 reactor casings. Okay, I've already got 25. Then I need another 36. Math? I'm gonna make a full 40. Just because I probably need extras to make the other bits. Probably want to make another oops, isn't. I'm gonna need. I want another 2 of these because I want to set a waste limit to to stop it from exploding. So another waste, and then 8 times 5, so another 40 of these. Right? Sure. Something like that. It's gonna make too many. Stop. Cancel. Okay. Oh, and then I need a whole lot of glass. It's just structural glass, right? Reactor glass. Reactor glass. This one. I'll probably need more. Let's get this set up and we'll see how we go. Do this first. And then we'll put the control rods back in place. And then fuel rods to the roof. Will I regret this? Maybe. We'll find out. Nah, it'll be fine. Yeah, this crafted too many. We may need more water though. That's the thing. I didn't think about that. It sneezes. Oh my goodness, it sneezes. Am I allergic to monster? No, that's not possible. No, that's not I had to double take that for a second. That's not possible. Okay. Exactly. Blasphemy. Curse those words. Oh, I'm gonna need way more reactor glass, folks. Oof. I'm probably need another like no, maybe like another 30. Or maybe another 20. No, another 30. And then I want to set this up. I want to set this up on this side. Let's actually, how did I do this? They're one block apart. I'm gonna do this up the top. So you and you. You are going to be... I can't configure you while you're turned off. Oh, that is interesting. I can't configure you while you are not a multi-block. Huh. Oh, okay, okay. Grab some more reactor casings. Oh my goodness. It's gonna try and make too many. One of the songs that I like on this playlist. I realize I didn't change the playlist like I'd planned to in the middle of the day. So, apologies. We've been listening to the same 3-hour playlist 4 times today. Oops. It's okay. It's fine. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Uh-huh. Oh, really? Sometimes it's noticeable, sometimes not so much. I got a frog in my throat. Ugh. Why is that not multi-blocking? Oh, because I haven't done this side. There we go. Okay. So, I want to do this one when there's excess waste. And this one... activation. So I'm assuming that this one kept its configuration, high temperature? Yeah. And the max burn rate now is 50. Okay. So let's hook this up. Hey Nefarious, happiest of Fridays. No, it's Saturday. I definitely have a frog in my throat now. You know how sometimes you get a tickle in your throat, you it's just there. It's right there. That's what's happening right now. Tickle is right there. Ribbit, ribbit indeed. Okay, we've made a very big reactor here, so I need another observer and some bits. I'm doing good, Nefarious. How about yourself? Have you had a good... Did you sleep well? We've had a good day. This has been a very, very long stream day for us. I've had a lot of fun, actually. I need a... What's the word I'm looking for? My brain. My brain's starting to shut down. That's beside the point. A piston. A piston? And I would like some redstone. Is this the most efficient way of doing it? No idea. Is this the way Shifter did it and I'm just stealing his idea? Absolutely. Does it seem to work? In theory, sure. Should sleep more? A busy week and almost no MC time. I mean, that's never fun. You gotta balance things. Sometimes you've just gotta take an hour for yourself, right? I mean, sometimes that's not possible. I get that. But you should try. Can we face up? There we go. Should always try. Now, observers go the way you face them. And then... Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nefarious, I found that they stay loaded after the server restarts. They don't load automatically initially. But after the server restarts, they seem to stay loaded. So if you're playing in a single player world, you may have to like save and close and then start it back up again after you place it. Let's change this back to 10. Yeah, that's what we found anyway. And because yeah, a number of people noted the same thing, right? One long stream. It is Extra Life game day today. One of the things that we do as part of our stream, that little Extra Life icon down in the bottom left hand right, that's a what side? On your side, that's the right. Wow, it's been a day. It works through the Children's Miracle Network, where by playing video games and raising awareness, we raise money for local hospitals. So the hospital that I support is the IWK Foundation, which is a women's and children's hospital here in Nova Scotia. Basically, everybody I know in Nova Scotia was born at that hospital, kind of thing. They've been a huge help for my family personally. My nephews, like, we're talking like broken legs and all kinds of stuff, right? Yeah, it's a little way that we can give back to the community. It's I'm actually we should check to see what the running total's at. Hang on. To the Twitters! Let's see what Extra Life is up to as a whole. Because they are probably at the point of the day where they're starting to give updates on what their totals are for the day. Oh man, some people have done big numbers, folks. Some big numbers. I mean, we're a little tiny community, but I'm very proud of my community's contributions. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, they're not updating the leaderboards real time. Well, oh, hang on, no. 2 hours ago, they're up to $8.5 million for the year so far. That's not like just today, but that's like up to 2 hours ago. For the year, for the 2021 fundraising, we're up to $8.5 million. That's crazy. $8.5 million? Oh, in the last hour alone, there's been $100,000 raised. $200,000 raised. $200,000 raised in the last hour alone. So yeah, there are peeps all over North America doing their bit to bring a little bit of happiness and joy to the sick kids out there, right? And all that money goes like directly to the hospitals, right? So like, if you do the cover processing costs and stuff, like that money goes to the hospitals. So the IWK Foundation, I also in the past have worked for the foundation as a web developer. So like I've worked with team members there. They're really good people. They just want to see kids happy and healthy. And they do amazing things to help make that happen. So that's the reason for the extra long stream, Nefarious. Is because it's game day. So I'm doing my 12-hour marathon stream. People do 24 hours. A, I think I would fall asleep. B, I don't think anyone would stick around once I start talking completely incoherently. I'm already starting to get to that point. Surprised you all are still here. I think it would be a disaster. I think it would be a disaster if I streamed a 24-hour stream. But people do it, right? I don't know. I couldn't. I can't. But people do it. Let's start this up and see if we have enough water. Okay. So at 10 we're good. Let's bump it to 20. Water. Oh no! See, water's going down. Water's going down. Water's going down. Water's going down. Water's going back up. Water's going back up. No worries. No worries. Yeah, it's tax deductible. So yeah, you'll it's because it's a Canadian hospital. It's a little different than the US hospitals. So the US hospitals, you get the tax receipts straight away. You do get a receipt straight away in email. But the IWK will actually post you out a proper tax receipt at the end of the year. So that'll come in the mail. It usually comes like the second week of January. At least that's what it has for me in the past. So yeah, it's all good. Okay, so water. This thing chugs through water, eh? Like, real quick. I'm gonna need some more plugs for some more water. Right? I understand. Oh, you know what? I could use infinite water now. I have infinite. I don't have... Hang on. Let's try this. Let's see. I made one of these infinite upgrades. Yeah. All the water. Let's see if this works. Without needing 3,000 pipes. Okay, so let's shut it down. Shut it down. Okay. This will either start and end very quickly, or it'll be great. It'll be great. It will be great. Where is our wrench? So many tools. Okay, so infinite. So it transfers... Oh, it transfers all the water at once, every tick. Okay. So this shouldn't have any problems. Cool. 20. Yep, water's still good. Might as well just go to 50. Max. Temperature's getting a little bit warmer. Water's staying steady. I mean, we're now making significantly more... Hang on, am I... Is this one on? It's daytime. How did I do this? Oh yeah, it's just, it's going so fast from the other one that it's not, nothing's going here, right? Waste is going out. I mean, I think this is still working. I don't know anymore. Let's go have a look. Let's go... It's daytime. Is it raining? It's not raining. I can't see the rain from inside because of this glass. Is this still running? This is still running. 56 millibuckets. Okay. So is this reactor now running gangbusters? Oops, down. Oh, she's full. She's full all the time. So she can't even keep up. Ooh, so do I need to give it more power? Interesting. I mean, I'm only processing... Okay. So... Okay. How much power can I give this? At full capacity? Oh, it just straight up just yeeted it out of existence. Cool. Okay, so if we need to go up to like 500,000? No, that's still going up. If we go to 1 million? 1 million? Still going up. 2 million? Okay, that's going down. Okay, that's too much. 1.5 million? That's still gonna go down. No, JC, we will catch you later. You have a good night. Okay, that's still going down. That's not going down like as fast. So maybe let's drop it down just a little bit more. Maybe like to that much. Because the other ones are all at 200,000, right? That feels like a good number. So basically just over 2 million RF a tick. Let's bump this up to... because this will be draining, right? We're just net positive. So let's just bump this a little. Let's bump this up to... We're at 24, so let's go to 36. Yeah, that these numbers are incorrect. These numbers are incorrect. Yeah, that'll creep up, just so we've got a little bit of buffer. Okay. I feel good about this. I feel good about this. So this should make... It's going to make a lot more nuclear waste. I mean, that's something I'm going to have to be aware of. But I think that's okay. We should go check our waste storage. Make sure that we're not causing problems for ourselves. Waste storage. No gas stored. Really? Wow. A lot of this got no gas stored. That's impressive. Oh, yeah. So the antimatter... Oh, I see. So making antimatter does take up all the waste because there's no byproduct from the antimatter. Of course. That's why this is all run down, because it's basically been running all day without it producing any extra. Okay. Oh, there's one that's at 1% though. Okay, so basically then what you need to do is have a way to toggle between the two systems, right? So you can run it until these get to whatever percentage, right? And then it could toggle over to make the other one, and then these all burn down, and then you could toggle it back. So you could keep just like flicking them backwards and forwards. To be able to stay on top of your waste production. Because, yeah, like some of this stuff will be gone in a minute. Or an hour, whatever it is. I can't remember what it is. Interesting. I think it's a minute. Right? Every minute this goes down. So this should go down to... Well, it'll be just over a minute because TPS is not fabulous. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. I think I am okay with that. So I'm going to let that run because the reactor should, in theory, because I added the little... So there's a heat gate on the back. So if it gets too hot, it'll turn itself off. And this one is if it's hot, if there's excess waste, it'll turn itself off. Right? So I think I'm okay to just let this run. So I will try letting it run overnight. And we'll see how much antimatter we have in the morning? Question mark? This could be a terrible idea. But this seems to be stable. We're not backing up on steam. As long as the night disappears, we will not back up on... Like, we won't... Like, we're getting a little... Oh... That's interesting, actually. I wonder if my capacity... So, because we produce so much more waste... Because the sun's still setting. It's only 11 o'clock. And we're already at 40%. Oh, actually, this would be really interesting. Can we not sleep? Let's see if we stay awake. I want to see if this survives the night. Or if it's or it may even shut itself off. Right? Because once this gets to 100%, I mean, well, in fairness, this tube should also hold an awful lot of gas. This should be fine. This is already at 60% and it's still sunset. Oh, this is a very interesting test. I probably should have, I don't know, some form of radiation protection. Isn't there a rad suit? Yeah, there's a rad suit. Hazmat suit. Maybe I should make that. Oh, it's just orange dyed lead? That would be so unhealthy for you. And it would be so heavy. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Like, I'm assuming that's a standard size ingot, right? So what's a... Okay, how big's a standard ingot lead ingot standard size? Here we go. The hard questions here, folks. Weight. Standard weight. Maybe that's what I want. Weight. Lead ingots. Lead ingots weigh between 24 and 25 kilos. Between 24 and 25 kilos, folks. Wow. Okay. So, that's 5 plus 8. So, that's 13. Plus 20. So, 24. I mean, that's a very big number. Let's be generous and say it's 24 times 24. So, this hazmat suit weighs approximately 576 kilograms. So if we're going to change that into pounds, 576 kg to LB for my American friends. 1,269.8 pounds, give or take, for this hazmat suit. Something tells me that's a bad idea. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, that is too funny. That is too funny. But I mean, in theory, that's what all the armor in Minecraft weighs, right? Well, oh, hang on. Lead's heavier. So what is... So iron ingot weight. So an iron ingot's approximately 1 pound. Okay, so... Is that right? Does that sound right? No. How is an iron ingot? Google, answer the question. You gave me the answer for the other ones super simply. Oh no, it weighs ingots weigh approximately 1 pound. For iron ingots for a standard size is approximately 1 pound. Yeah. So, I mean, that's 24 pounds for a set of iron armor. That's not too bad. But that number was very, very, very big for a lead suit. Lead suit to protect you for the hazmats. That's a very heavy. Very heavy. It is full, but so this is at 100%, but this isn't backing up, and this is what I was interested in. So I'm guessing it's going into the pipe. So the pipe's probably like backstopping. And we're only at 1 o'clock. So there's still another, what? Another 4-5 hours? No, it goes to 20. So it's still another 9 hours before the day comes around again, right? Although sunrise, it'll start processing. So at about, I think that's 1800. But we're not seeing any waste back up here. We're staying on top of water. Are we staying on top of fuel? Oh, we're not staying on top of fuel. Oh, yeah, we are. No, we're not. Oh, so we can't even make this much fuel. Oh, it looks like we're breaking even on fuel. Yeah, it looks like we're breaking even on fuel. Between two. So the third one's not necessary. As long as we've got... Yeah, that seems to be fine. And that seems to be fine. And we're not hitting any waste there. Yeah, so I think this will run okay. I don't think I'm going to have a meltdown on my hands if I let this run overnight. In theory. I just noticed there's like creepy looking skulls. Like the teeth. And then their eyes. For the reactor control rods. That's haunting. Just saying, that's kind of creepy. But yeah, I guess it's because this pipe is like so massive, right? Because each one, all of the 3 components, it holds like, I don't know, it's like 1,000 millibucket. It's 1,000 buckets per component. So I guess this is gonna be fine. And then it's just gonna make an absolute huge amount of antimatter really quickly. I guess it's gonna have a bit of a backlog. I guess it's okay. I want to know that it's okay, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be okay. Because it's not even halfway through the night yet. And then when the night does end, this will just process like a heap. 71%. I wonder if that's... I guess that's per... the 200,000... I don't know. I guess we just let it run. And we'll find out tomorrow. But folks, it's after 9 o'clock. We've done it. We survived our 12-hour marathon stream. I want to say a big thank you for everyone who hung out all day, the people who very generously donated, our camp heroes. JC with the 20 bucks, Kariana with 100, my goodness, too much monies. Potox with the 50, greatly appreciate the support. And we also had Naga getting his 9-month sub puppy. Yuri's over here, loves it. But I think that's where we're going to call it for today, folks. We're going to be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to continue on the CT2 server. I'm going to get into some Woot tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to get into some Woot. I don't know where I'm going to set up my Woot stuff. I haven't thought this much through. That could be a problem. Where's Woot going to go? That, Kariana, that is terrible, but take a bow. I guess Woot might go down the front there somewhere? I don't know. We'll work that out tomorrow. But folks, thank you again for hanging out, for exploring the unexpectedness of void miners that are part black and part white, and Pneumaticraft. This came together pretty good. How many have we got? Do we have... Look, I've got 4. I got 4. Is that all I got? Oh, we're still backed up on gasoline. I see how it is. And yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm going to have to leave you. Catch you in the morning. But for now, see you later.